I'm going to show you how to make this lovely poncho. You will need 3 Bernard yarn. This one is number 6, super bulky. It is about 250 grams. Size 9mm hook and a crochet needle. Here's a little scaled model of what we're going to put together. We're going to construct this by using 2 rectangles. Your panel should be 20 inches wide by 32.5 inches high. Begin by making a slip knot. To do that the easy way, just make a kind of a circle like this. You take this and you put it under, take your crochet hook in there and you pull the 2 ends. So now that you have your slip knot, you want to pick up your yarn, hold the tension down here and cast on 40 chain. To the chain, wrap around once and pull through. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I did 40. Now I want to add another 3 from our turnaround. So just go 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So this is my hook, this doesn't count, so go 1, 2, 3, 4. So in here's where we want to put a double crochet. To do a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook through the loop, yarn over, pull through. You should have 3 on, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 2 on, yarn over, pull through 2. So keep going and doing your double crochet stitch all along the chain to the very end. So yarn over, insert to the chain, yarn over, pull through once, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'm coming near the end of our first row. So there's one last stitch which I'm gonna just get here, and then I'm gonna show you how to turn around on this row. So first of all, tighten your end. That's what's your little belt here, your little end piece. So now we're going to turn our work around and we're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to carry on and double crochet underneath the V's all the way to the end of the row. Okay, so if you look at this, you chained up 3. This is your first one, but if you look at the post, the chain actually creates the first stitch. So we're not going to go into the first one. We're going to go into the second one. So, and if you look at here, you'll see there's a V here. So a little V, we're going to go under the V. Okay, so that's where you're going to be doing your double crochet. So that's my first stitch. And now I'm going to double crochet under each V all the way to the end of the row. And I've come to the end, just getting under my last V here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is turn my work around. So we've completed a double crochet. Row 1, we chained up 3 and we went back. So now we're going to do row 3 and 4, which we're going to use a triple crochet. We're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're going to triple crochet this row. To do a triple crochet stitch, you're going to wrap it around your crochet hook twice. Okay, so if you look down below, you will see that this is the part we chained up. This is our post, so we don't go into here, so we go into here, so which is our second V. So there's the V. We're going to go under the V. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through. Now if you look at your crochet hook, you'll have 4 on. So you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through. So you will have 3 on. You're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through another 2. You will have 2 on. You're going to yarn over and pull through the remaining 2. So that's your triple crochet. So go, and again, yarning over twice, inserting under the V, pulling through, 4 on, hooking our yarn, pulling through 2, 3 on, yarning over, pulling through 2, 2 on, yarning over, pulling through 2. So carry on and do this stitch all the way to the end of the row. If you look at this, you'll see this is where we chained up 4. In here we always have to get it in, and in here you are not going to have a V, so you're just going to do your triple crochet right into the chain, into the upper one. So you work your way in any way you can. and do your triple crochet. So that finishes up that row. Now we're going to turn our work around. Turn my work around. I'm going to chain up 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to carry on and doing my triple crochet all the way to the end of the row. And remember, always this is our post, so not into the first, into the second. It's where we want to go, under the V, and doing our triple crochet. And I want to show you how important it is to get the post, because when you look at this, you look at it and you go, oh, okay, it's almost straight, but you can tell that this was our chain 4, and because of this, you got to get this post. And there's no V here, so you're going to have to put in your triple crochet right on the last, I guess, chain, whatever, for lack of a better word, but it's a single one, so there's no V. So you're just going to go in here into the post, and you're going to do your triple crochet to finish up this row. If you're ever unsure, count your things. You should have 40 of stitches all along. Okay, so now we're done. So this is it. We're going to turn our work around, and now we're going to go 2 rows of double crochet. So this is going to be the repeating pattern. So we did 2 rows of double crochet, 2 rows of triple crochet. Okay, so we do double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 4, triple crochet, chain 4, triple crochet, and again chain 3, double crochet. So that's a repeating pattern all the way along until we I guess finish this spool of yarn, and then we're going to be changing yarns. Okay, so I've ran out of yarn, as you can see here, and I'm in my triple crochet stitch. If you're in a double crochet, you can go ahead and do your just yarn over once, but I'm in a triple, so I'm going to have to yarn over twice. I'm going to insert my hook just like I would, like when I'm doing my triple crochet, but now I'm taking the new yarn, which is here, and I'm going to pinch off and end like this. So I'm going to put this loop through my hook, and I'm going to feed it through once, and now I got my new yarn, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish my stitch with my new yarn. So making sure everything is tight, though, you're going to have to pull it. Okay, so just finishing up my triple crochet stitch, and now what to do with the ends. So now you've got this 2 ends from both of the yarns. Okay, so pull it tight, turn it. Now you're just going to crochet right over them on top. So make sure that these ends sit right on top, because you're going to be crocheting right on top of them. Okay, to do that, do your stitch again under your V, but now they're sitting on top. So there's your 2 ends, and we're just going to go ahead and do our stitch. And just like that, they get woven in until they're gone. So keep doing that. Okay, so again, my stitch, they're sitting on top. So I'm going to go under my V, make sure they're on top, and just go ahead and do my crochet stitch. Okay, and that's how easy it is to change yarns. Before I cut my yarn, I'm going to measure, so it should be 20 by 32.5. Now my desired length, and I'm just going to cut my yarn. And to finish off, we're just going to yarn over, and we're going to pull it right through the loop and tighten it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and work on panel number 2. Now that you have your 2 rectangles constructed, we're going to sew them up. So first you're going to take this one and put it under, place this one on top. Then you're going to take this part, fold it in half, and sew it to this edge here. So you're going to be sewing all along here. Then you're going to take this top part, you're going to turn this over, and you're going to take this top part, fold it in half, and then sew it to this panel here. And then your poncho is finished. So lay your panel down, and then take the other panel and place it on top. Make sure that it's flush all the way to the end. And then you're going to take this, and you're going to fold it down, and you're going to sew this edge right here. So that's my edge I'm going to go sew. I'm going to just take some yarn. I'm going to measure 3 times the size that I need. 2. So 3 times, and then just a little bit for the tail. And I'm just gonna cut it. Don't use the fluffy white or the brown. Make sure that it's either a solid yarn. Makes it easier for you to sew. I'm gonna thread my needle. And I'm gonna do my knot. I'm gonna start sewing all along here. Now, when I come back, I'm gonna take these 2 and I'm just gonna reinforce this area here. That's why I left the tails. So just don't go over 2, just go over 1 and 1. And see how this knot stopped it? But don't pull it tight because it'll come right out on this panel, and you find the other loop on the other panel and you go under like that. So what you want to do is you want to sew all the way this way and all the way back then. All right, so we've sewn this edge here. So now let's go back to the way we had. So we line this up all nice. So this is our ridge. Don't worry about the loose ends. You're going to tie those in later, weave them in. So now this panel has to be folded in half. Okay, and sewn on the back to this panel. Okay, so the way I did it, I just tucked it. Now I'm going to turn this over. Okay, so this is my back panel, and I'm going to sew this together now. Now I'm going to take my needle and thread and I'm going to sew all along here. Just go ahead and zigzag all the way that way and then all the way back. Okay, so there's our opening for our head, and still need to kind of finish it up so it makes it a nice, trim, or else it just looks really rough. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go again and get our yarn. Whatever you should still have some left. So let's just find a good entry point, which is probably on the gray. Probably it's the easiest way to do it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look for our V. So we're going to go under the V here, and we're going to take our yarn and we're going to pinch off a part of it like so. So pinch off, we're going to put it over a crochet hook and we're going to pull through. Okay, so just pull our tail a bit tighter. We're going to pick up our yarn and we're just going to chain 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet along the edge. Okay, to do that, we're going to insert our crochet hook under the V, or the closest you can get to the V. Okay, so yarn over, pull through once, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that's our single crochet. Just go back and pull this one tight. We're going to have to weave that end as well. If you look at this, you'll see I have some V, some no V, some it's a mess. Look in here, and in this where it's high, you're going to have to find where there is a hole and then go in there. Keep doing that all the way around. So come to the end. So I'm going to just slip stitch to join. To do that, insert my crochet hook, yarn over and pull through both. Okay, so I'm going to do this one more time. So now it's a lot easier because now we actually have these. So let's chain 2, and we're going to do the same single crochet all the way around. Remember to come to the end, and I'm just going to slip stitch to join here. There we go. And then I'm going to cut my yarn. Cut my yarn and yarn over and pull through. Okay, so this end you want to weave in along the side. Any way you want to. You want to go a little bit this way and then that way. So take your work and turn it inside out. And here is the finished product.